All right, we're going to do another little short winter project. Got these two bikes a few years ago, and in the last year I thought, man, the shifter linkage is really just shitty loose. And if you listen there, you hear the clunk, 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 clunk. The clunk is coming out of here. So the whole thing kind of clunks up and down, clunks back and forth. And my bike was twice as bad as this one. This is my wife's bike. So unbeknownst to me, until I searched around on the internet some, there's two bushings in here that can be replaced. There's also a tool from Jim's that allows you to press out the old bushings and then put in the new bushings. So it's a pretty easy process. I'm going to walk you through that today. Let me show you the results on my bike and how tight everything is. So here's mine. It's all done. And there's almost no movement, but it still shifts perfectly smooth and it's super tight. There's no slop in there. So we're gonna get that done on my wife's bike today. What you're gonna need to do this is Jim's tool 558. Now, something I'm gonna point out about this. I went to Amazon to order this, and I got on here, and what I was after was out of stock. And down below, there was one that said, you know, that you may be interested in this item. I click on it, and I go, hey, it's in stock. I click OK, and I order it. Well, it shows up, and it's made in China. So it's this thing from Datsun. I didn't really notice that until I pulled it out of the box, and I look at it, and I'm thinking, you know, this finish looks like garbage. Just looks like a piece of shit. It's all rough and weird looking. Because other Jim's tools, let me show you a couple other Jim's tools. I think these are both Jim's tools, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this one is too. So this is their fork tool. You see how it's laser engraved? You can kind of see it right in here and the light hits it right. Really nice finish. I mean, it's a top-notch product. Now you look at this one. This is Jim's as well. Laser engraved. This is billet aluminum. Super nice product. And then you look at this thing and you're like, well, what the hell is this? And why would Jim's put their name on this piece of shit? Well, they didn't. It's just an Amazon thing where they offered for sale both the products. One of them was out of stock and one wasn't. I just went after this one. It was $68. And I went in and purchased it, not realizing it was some Chinese knockoff. This is the instructions from it, and they're even using the same part number for the tool that Jim's does. It doesn't say anything in here. My hunch is, if you look real close, see how that dash is right before removes? That used to probably say Jim's, and they removed it. And they're using Jim's instructions. So obviously I fell prey to this. I wanted to make other people aware of it. If you jump over here to Dennis Kirk, you see the actual Jim's product is laser engraved. So, and it's only 20 bucks more. I would have been happy to do that if I had realized what I was doing at the time. So I wanted to point this out and just let you know that you got to really pay attention to what you're doing when you're ordering stuff off Amazon to keep from getting this thing from Datsun. I would have much rather been supporting a United States company rather than something made in China. This thing happens to work, and that's what we're using on the job today, but just giving you a warning there. So what you need is the tool from Jim's, hopefully, tool number 5518, and then you need two bushings. These are the bushings that I pulled out of my bike, and they're trashed. They look fine, you know, externally. This is the part you need from Harley. 42642-00A. Every parts catalog is going to show this as bushing brake lever. If this is the right thing, that's what they go into. It was in my part schematic on my online parts catalog. So that's what you get. It's actually a split bushing, a bevel on the front and the back, so it's easy to go in. And then you're going to need some anti-seize. Little anti-seize you're going to want to put on the inside of that to slide them in easier. and so they don't rust in place. Basically, the other ones are going to come out. You'll see you got to beat them out with this sledgehammer and the push rod that they have for you. So that's all you need, and you're going to tighten up everything and make it feel nice and smooth when you're shifting. So let's get down to work. All right, what you see here is a little spacer. It's like an eliminator for the heel shifter. Also brings your toe shifter out a little bit. I'm going to try to leave these two parts in place just how they are. I'm just going to pull the rear off back here. Hopefully you can see what I'm pointing at in the camera. There's only one cap head screw that's back there, and it's going to require an Allen. Let's see here. That'll require a 3/16 Allen driver, and you'll take the screw all the way out. Okay, well, screws all the way out. You can grab this bar, just keep tapping on it. So, if that fails, you can grab yourself a little nylon. There you go. So this can just stay hanging there. And then this guy is your rod. It's got to get cleaned up, greased, and ready to go back in. Okay, now you grab your little tool. You're gonna need an actual 3-pound sledge. The ones on my bike were a bitch. There's one of them. Just came out the back side. There's the other one. Alright, next step is to grab your bushings. Put a little coat of anti-seize on the inside here. Most of it's going to get wiped away as you drive these in. You drive the inside from the inside and the outside from the outside, so put it on both sides. Go ahead and coat your bushings with some anti-seize. This little tool requires a 1/4-inch driver. I assume it's a total knockoff of the Jim's product, and Jim's also requires a 1/4-inch. You're going to need to disassemble the tool. And then throw one of your bushings on the inside. Always throw a little oil on threads on something like this. We're using the threads to provide pressure. And then throw your other bushing on the other side. Get that rear one seated in there. Get your front one lined up. Get that out of the way. Need a 5/8 open end wrench to back that up. And then your 1/4 drive. And you just tighten it up. Drive Drives the new bushings right in. Get snugged up. Yep. And then just pull the bolt out. And keep a tub of grease like this around to manually lube up parts. You could really use anti-seize as well if you wanted to keep it simple. And there you go. No more rattle. No more noise. Nice tight shifter.